It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 95.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And he's got Gresham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty. And, Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Let's go, let's go.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Palmer. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Let's go. Let's go. Wide 18. Hey, hey. Wide 18. Hey.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages is now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Over here. It's coming. Double up, double up. It's coming, double up. 398. Blue 58. 300. Right. Check three.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Green Bay 1st. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Second down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Really good job by the offense there. Every second counts right now. So for them to get out of bounds and save some time, that's a nice move.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Let's go. 1-18.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Taking a look now, early first quarter. Gresham's able to get open here, and the pass and catch will end up going for 36 yards. Same drive, Fitzgerald's going to haul in the pass, and this play will go for 6. That puts them up by a touchdown. Now to the middle of the first. Rodgers' throw under pressure leads to the turnover. Cardinals take advantage and return it for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. We go to the second. They'll run the sneak here, and he'll get across for the score, cutting the deficit to 7. Cardinals with the ball late in the half. Completion is made across the middle of the field, and the pass and catch will end up going for 16 yards. With that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to Lambeau Field for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers defense here getting ready. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I can just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
On second down, here's Palmer. Caught, right side, Gresham. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a fourth down.
Here's Hyde. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt. with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Lacy hit. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down.
319.
They'll need to get the play off quickly to Crockett on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The 13 yards that time and a first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action for Lacy. Now Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. One back is Lacy. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Calais Campbell on the stop.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. The play clock's running down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Off the play fake to Lacey. Here's Rodgers. Finding time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jared Cook, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are back within a score. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. They were able to force that 3-and-out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3-and-outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast. but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. He'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. They got 29 yards there, and that'll be good for an Arizona first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Go, Let's go. Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Called a no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Palmer now. And Gresham has it left side. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
The Cardinals defense now, they make their way back out there. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now, the offense on the sideline. Can the defense do it? Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Tim Mastay now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails.
And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Dayton Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Clay Matthews with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Drew Butler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Lacy. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll give the Packers a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
One back is Lacey. Rodgers to throw on second down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And here we go on first and goal. They run with Crockett. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll run it with Lacey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Eddie Lacey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off by a touchdown run coming from Eddie Lacey. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
And that's caught inside the 30. Two veterans there, Palmer to Fitzgerald, 48 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
First down, it's Palmer. This one complete to Gresham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Second down, just 1 yard to go.
Let's go, let's go. 18.
On second down, Palmer. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll come out in the pistol. First down and goal to go from the 7. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Cardinals. Offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Play action. It's Palmer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. 2nd down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll get this down only to about the... And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Cardinals defense as they head out to set up shop. They've got a situation where a field goal ties it. How do you defend this? Because you obviously don't want to give up the touchdown. How aggressive do you get?
That's always the key, isn't it? Where is the line on aggressiveness to over-aggressiveness? And I think most coordinators are looking at it like run your regular defense, add some pressure packages, because really the 35-yard line is the one you really want to defend. At that point, you're thinking you're probably giving up 3. Anything outside of that, you feel like you've got a chance to hold them.
So they'll be in search of the proper amount of pressure. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He's back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And Cook has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. To throw is Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
319. Hey, check 26.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send... Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Crosby puts it through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They come out here in the I. Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd down to the offense, needing 5 yards. So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you, my good
Tried
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. First throw in overtime now for Palmer. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
319. 319.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
319.
On 2nd down, Lacey. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, What type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through is going to give you the play we saw to win the game?